Welcome to You Might Also Like, a podcast. This is a podcast where we are going to attempt to watch 365 days worth of movies and TV shows that Netflix says we are going to absolutely love. I am Chris, I'm your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Heather, my wife.
Hi there.
And the first movie we chose to review for our little experiment is I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. This movie was made in 2006 by Park Chan-wook, who you may recognize as the director of Oldboy, the cult classic. The film stars Im Soo-young and Rain, and it's about a woman who gets locked up in a psych ward who thinks she's a robot, and kind of a character study of all the characters that she meets in this psych ward and all their delusions. It also stars Rain, who is a Korean pop star who was in Speed Racer, and you may also have recognized him in Ninja Assassin. Im Soo-young won a ton of awards for her roles in I'm Sorry, I Love You, and A Tale of Two Sisters, so if you're into Korean or Asian movies, you may recognize her from those. Now, Netflix had estimated that we would give it a 5-star I love you, but that 5th star is just barely not filled in. And how would you say we felt about it?
I absolutely loved the movie. I thought it was very well acted. It was a very interesting story that never took itself too seriously, but never let it go out of hand with some of the sillier aspects of it. It was really very interesting, and I mean, one of my personal favorites was some of the seamless transitions they did that made the movie have a couple different dimensions and actually just made the story a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think when you said that it didn't take itself too seriously, it didn't fall into that pit of that. I think a lot of movies that are dealing with mental illness, they go like right to depressing. This movie didn't do that. It definitely, I think it had some low points, but it was never too heavy. It was always kind of contrasted with some definitely good humor. And like I said before, this is definitely a character study. It definitely spends time on each individual she meets, and so everyone kind of gets their screen time. It definitely does focus on our main two characters, that's Rain and Im Soo-young. But really a great movie. Also, it's called I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. And if that's not a reason enough to watch a movie, I think you definitely should. Now, this has been sitting on my Netflix, it's always been there, since I got Netflix. I think I watched, one movie, and then it started popping up, and it's always kind of suggested, and I just now got around after, 3 years or something that happened on Netflix. I'm just now getting into it.
And I'm very glad that we did.
Yeah.
One other thing that I really loved about this movie is the fact that so many movies that take place in a mental institute focus on just making the characters better, making them more normal people, making them fit into society better. Whereas this was more, hey, it says in the title, you're a cyborg, but that is okay. And it's not so much like the doctors and stuff trying to correct these situations, but more how the different patients find a way to cope with it themselves and help each other heal instead of just healing one or two of them.
Exactly. Now, we don't want to get too much into the plot because we don't want to give it away. We want you to watch it. And if you're into surreal movies, if you enjoyed The Eternal Sunshine, maybe a little Fear and Loathing, or fun mental institution movies, It's Kind of a Funny Story.
And then you've got to throw in just a little itty-bitty dash of Sound of Music. I know that doesn't make sense, but watch the movie and you will entirely understand if you've seen Sound of Music.
I haven't seen Sound of Music, so any references to such have gone completely over my head.
That's okay. There's one person out there that's listening that will get that and appreciate it, I hope.
And you'll be better for it, really. So, in conclusion, we loved this movie.
Watch it. Definitely watch it.
Definitely. I'm surprised I haven't heard about it sooner. So, this is review 1 out of 365, hopefully. So, thank you for listening. What are we watching next, Heather?
Up next, we are watching This Must Be the Place, starring Sean Penn.
It's got Sean Penn on the cover, all dressed up like Robert Smith of The Cure, and there's a big old gun. So if that's not a reason to watch a movie, I don't know what is.
And Netflix says we might like it.
I believe that's what it said. I accidentally rated it before I actually saw it, because I was clicking buttons. So I can't tell you what it is that Netflix thinks. But it showed up. So
It did, and has for a while.
So I must enjoy this movie according to my Netflix.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much for listening, and tune in when we see you again, when I finally get around to making the show.